You got to get it.
Okay. I think we live now.
We're
We
live
live in
now.
the
Okay.
fat.
Okay.
Let's see. Here we see we live.
Lord, we didn't get no notification, so I doubt it.
Okay,
I
we
just got the
live. We live.
notification.
Okay,
Okay.
we
Yeah.
live. We
There you
live.
go.
Oh, sorry, y'all. We 12 seconds in, 11 seconds in, but we are finally here. I know this
Boom.
is a big surprise to everybody. We have a surprise judge in the building, Miss Nikki Royale. We are
Boom.
here.
Yeah.
Hey y'all.
Hey,
My compadres.
Introduce y'all, my beautiful wife,
oh, we're gonna
my
go. We're
better
gonna do. We're
half.
gonna do this again.
I mean, we are live. We are live.
We
We are
officially
Yeah,
here.
we
back live.
live now.
So, this is beautifully Nana. Hello.
Hello, beautiful, beautiful people. So we are back again to finally go ahead and see who is going to be the new third round Poetry Life champ. Hold on, I think we got people coming in the building.
We have Miss Tiffany in the building.
All right.
In the
Tiffany.
building.
We are here. We are here. All four judges are here.
Oh man,
Yeah.
so this was a very exciting round. We all enjoyed it. We're gonna go back over and see, Mr. Eric. How was your reflection on this round?
Oh yeah, I gotta repeat what I said from earlier, huh?
Yeah, you do.
No, I
No, no, leg
man,
out.
look, I appreciate
Gotta use this.
the artist
You gotta
that
use
and I
this. Don't
respect
worry about it.
their art that they put forth for this last round. I felt like I had a high expectation for the freestyle rounds,
Mm.
and I was looking for the magic to happen there, but the magic happened in the Las Vegas round for me. So I was really, really excited to take my time, and I appreciate TK for giving us some extra time to really embrace and dive into those poems, because it took that long for me to be able to really diagnose all of it. Because before we would only have to do so many by the next day, but having to do all of those videos and really take the time to really appreciate what the art that people put out really gave us the really an important amount of time to be able to really break it down and really give a just due score to each poet for each round for the poems that they submitted. But yeah, I thought that for the most part, the poets they did decently, and
Mm.
there were some poems where I really saw people put their pen to paper and really give it to us with that work, which is what I was looking for. Because at the end of the day, it's about poetry, and I felt like if, if you can't give it to us with your lyrical ability in this last round on every one of your poems, you can't be champion.
Mm.
Yeah.
So let me throw out this disclaimer. I wanted to play all the videos, but Finn the human, I cannot upload his videos for some reason. I uploaded everybody else's, but I'm still trying in the process to upload his while we doing this live. So shout out to Finn the human. My apologies, but I was trying to get that figured out, but for some reason it was sent it in a different waveform, so I couldn't put it up here. So Miss Beautifully Nana,
All
yeah.
right. Well, I mean, I think we all as judges have seen it, and it is on the face on the page, right?
No, I'm gonna put it right after we
Okay.
go after we
So we are gonna
go.
post all photos that did a chance to see it, so you guys can see it. We're still gonna play everybody else's.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
play everybody else's.
So we're just gonna move past it. But before we get there, Miss Nikki Royale, thank you for joining us,
Hmm.
being a substitute judge
Thank
and
you.
filling that place for us because we really needed that, and we really appreciate your time and your effort to take the time out and for your fellow poets to be a judge. How did you think
Absolutely.
that they did on this last round?
The round, like I said, kind of like, Eric, I was expecting a little bit more for it to be the last round especially for the people that are left. Um, and like I said, like to me, one of the poets like really like stayed on the bar and made sure they kind of like kept with the expectations that I felt that we more were so expecting. Um, but it was a really good thing. I like what everyone did, the creativity that was in, the time and the effort that was put in. I did make sure, that I did score for those things because I know, I mean, with me doing a first time performance and just some of the things that they did, I think was awesome. So, so we're gonna see, and my scores reflected exactly how I felt about everything. So
So I'm
Okay.
glad.
So okay, let's get into it, Miss Tiffany. I'm not gonna leave you out, but Miss Tiffany, yes. So how did you feel about this tournament, the last round?
This was very intense.
Mm.
The hardest part wasn't going through like watching the videos. The hardest part was digesting everything that I heard. And I too, like Eric, I'm very glad that you did offer us additional time because baby, I would have been screwed. I would have been stuck like Chuck because I was so not ready. And it really was just a shock to me that everything was dependent upon me again because y'all, I had my scores written down, but because I have everything on a schedule, I forgot to post and I hadn't posted yet. And I was in the middle of the aisle at the grocery store when TK laid the news on me, and I had such outbursts. I had everybody looking at me like I had lost my mind.
Look, but we here though. We made it. This is the final round. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play each poem after all round. We're gonna discuss the scores. So we're gonna try to make this go smoothly and fastly because we have a lot to go through. So let's get to it. This is, let me see the first poem.
The Dawn should be the Dawn.
Okay, let me see. So I think this is the Dawn first poem right here. So let's add it to the live stream. Let's go. So it looks like it don't want to play. What's going on? So okay, let's see. Let's try it one more time. If it don't, we're just gonna have to follow through. Okay, let's see. Let's try it one more time.
A sense of self with every step towards wrongdoing. Just drunk, under the influence of love, lust, and whatever else drives your mind to ruin.
That's not round one.
The city.
Hold on. Let's start it back from the beginning. My apologies. This is really tripping today. Oh, here we go.
You do know.
Let's go and play.
You're playing her round one. Her round one is her.
Okay,
that's her round two you playing.
Oh, so we had a little. That's round two. My fault. My apologies. Let me get this together, y'all.
TK, let me speak to your manager.
Look, today, Tiffany, for real though, I'm about to call him out, baby, because
look,
he over here tripping.
Like, I'm trying to get this together.
And this poem I wrote is called The Conversation. So it's basically about, me trying to talk to this guy, but he wasn't really hearing what I was saying. Like, he kind of like passed me by and passed me up. So I wrote a poem called The Conversation, and that's what this means. I got it. His eyes are like a bedtime story, soothing with the things they tell, just causing me to fall in love. You see, hopefully I'm not misinterpreting, because his eyes are feeling me just as much as I'm feeling him intimately. But then he walks away so heartlessly, Like, the conversation we just had with our pupils wasn't beyond heavenly. I wanted to pull him back on his arm gently and stress that what we have is a special connection spiritually. But he was gone, stamped in the past, and now a memory. Now. Okay, I got you. See, I need to note that it was only 2 seconds of this interaction from him to me, but it felt like an eternity from the way our souls began to meet, and all I could do was think about the fact that if we ever hooked up, it would be so beautifully composed and gorgeously wove and beyond human comprehension. But I just can't get him to listen, and now I'm fighting to get his attention. Like, hey, notice me. I'm the girl that you need. Even though I'm not Beyonce or Angelina Jolie, I'm just that one girl who can meet all your basic necessities, like hearing your past and making you laugh and holding you close and tell you that this love is everlasting. Or sending you cute text messages that you wake up to, just so that the corners of your mouth curl up like roly-polies do. I want to see you smile. But I guess something like this is too hard to find, but I'm all in his face. I guess he's too blind. That's it, guys.
Did it done with her first poem. So I'm not gonna ask for y'all scores, but what y'all think? It was good. It was fire. It was fire. Let's go to the second one. Let's go ahead and get this first round. Then we're gonna talk about Phineas' poem when we get to him. Let's go. It's just got a lag, but we here exclusive.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get better at this.
Look, okay, so we having little difficulties with streaming. It's going slow for some reason. So this is what we're gonna do. We ain't gonna hold the people for too
Please
long.
not.
We gonna get straight to the business then. Let's get straight to the business. And then let me tell y'all, if y'all want to see these dope poems,
It will be on the page.
they will be on Poetry Life. Poetry Life the group. Go right now. Search in your search box. Put in Poetry Life. And you'll find us. It's the blue pen with the writing. Said Poetry Life. Yes, follow us, and we follow back. And stay tuned and watch these great poets put on a great show for y'all. So go to Poetry Life, watch the videos, comment, share, and support our Black poets. Let's go. So let's go with the first poem, The Don.
All right. Say, stop letting me try to control this. Tonight, we're gonna go ahead and go in it like we always do, guys, our judges, and we're gonna go ahead and give our scores and our opinions about these poems, and we're gonna move on. And again, you guys can go see these at Poetry Life. He's gonna start tagging them to the page as we speak. That way, you guys can be seeing them. So for The Don, I am not ready. Mr. Eric, you look like you're ready to go. What did you score with Miss Dawn?
So for Dawn, I gave her a 4 for originality, a 4 for wittiness, a 4 for relatability, a 4 for lyrical ability, and a 5 for performance, for a total score of 21.
Okay. All right. You want to speak on that?
Yeah, so my initial reaction to the poem was like, yeah, this is dope. It's giving me the live vibes. I feel like there are people in the room. But then I started to break down the actual poem. The title of the poem was Convo. and she introduced the poem, and it felt like she was introducing the poem as a convo between her and the other guy. But then you listen to the poem, and it's more of a conversation between her and herself. So I was kind of confused as we were navigating through the poem as opposed to who the conversation was between. But I thought that uh, she didn't give it to me lyrically like I was looking for coming out the gate. But the performance was on point. I felt like it was really, really solid. But that's why I scored her the way that I did.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Eric. Miss Nikki Royale.
Okay, so for the Dawn, for originality, I gave her a 4. For wittiness, a 4. For relatability, a 5. Lyrical ability, a 5, and performance, a 5.
Mm.
So, and
Right.
I gave her. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was asking if you wanted to elaborate on it.
Sure. I gave her the performance and the lyrical and the relatability of 5 because I could relate. Her lyrical ability was really good. I liked how she mixed everything up in the poem, and the cadence that she also had in the poem. Of course, she had her music softly behind as well. And her performance, she stood up. She was at the microphone. She gave the live vibe. So I enjoyed it.
All right. Thank you so much. Miss Tiffany. We got you muted. Go ahead.
Okay. So for originality, I have a 4. For wittiness, I have a 4. For relatability, I have a 4. For lyrical ability, I have a 5. And for performance, I have a 5.
Okay. Elaborate.
Man, the overall performance was phenomenal. I think that's why I gave her, that a 5. I love the attire that she chose, the audience, the scene. Like, one thing about the Dawn with her poetry, she's gonna piece everything together like a puzzle. She really did paint that picture for me. I mean, I even saw the dude walking and I was like, wow. So she definitely stuck her foot in the performance. I really liked it.
Thank you. So for me, Miss Dawn, I gave you originality a 5. Your wittiness was a 4. Your relatability was a 5. Your lookability was a 5. Your performance was a 4. Total score was a 23. I totally enjoyed it. Again, the performance, she stood up. She gave us Dawn. So I was definitely expecting this in this poem. And for me, that's why I gave you a 23. So for Miss Dawn, your first round totals from all 4 judges was an 89.
Okay.
So we're going to go on to Miss Exclusive. Mr. Eric, what did you rate Miss Exclusive's poem?
So for Miss Exclusive, for originality, I gave a 4. For witness, I gave a 4. For relatability, I gave a 4. For lyrical ability, I gave a 4. And then for performance, I gave a 3 for a total score of 19. And the reason why I gave her that score is because for all those who haven't seen it, we only got about 30 seconds of poetry compared to the rest of the video. Now, if it was just 30 seconds of poetry, the total performance, I felt like it was missing something. I felt like it wasn't, I felt like the journey of where we were supposed to go was kind of like the car ride. It was going, but we weren't in there for the rest of the journey. I felt like it was missing a lot more that should have been there for that poem. So for the performance, I gave it 3 because I felt like we should have gotten more out of that for the first round. But yeah, that's why I scored it the way I did.
Nikki, you next. You muted. Okay, well, you come back to this nigga.
So when they walked in the house for me,
I think we lost him.
Okay, can
She'll be back.
y'all hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes. I can't hear
Okay,
you.
Miss Nikki.
Hold on.
You know, she don't trust me.
We got a lot of technical
Well, if y'all can hear me, then
Yeah, we can hear you.
then go ahead.
We can hear you. Look. That makes sense.
Okay. All right. So for exclusive for round one, I gave for originality, I gave her a 5. For wittiness, a 3. Relatability, a 4. Lyrical ability, a 3, and performance, a 5. Um, for my comments for this round, I had said, the commentary and music was a nice touch, but I would have loved to hear more bars for the poem. I just felt like the actual poem was too short, and so it kind of did seem like something was missing. I understood the overall message, but I just would have liked to have more from her herself.
Okay.
Thank you,
So
ma'am.
she had a total score for me for the round of 20.
Thank you very much, Miss Tiffany.
You got to unmute yourself, Tiffany.
What? My bad. Don't laugh too hard, TK. You fix it.
Look. I can't say nothing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Back to it. Originality, I gave a 4. Wittiness, I gave a 4. Relatability, I gave a 2. Lyric ability, I gave a 4. Performance, I gave a 3. I hate to piggyback off of everybody else, but I do feel the same way. The poem was kind of short, and I was hungry. I was really looking forward to exclusive because she was killing it a lot of these rounds. So I felt like you just keeping it that short is where it fell short, and I wanted more.
Thank you so much. For me, Miss Great, your original 5, your was a 3, your performance was a 4, total score for me was a 19. And I am going to piggyback off everybody. It was too short for me. I was expecting more. Like I just was expecting you to cut heads off. So for me, it was a little short. It was something was left out. So I definitely agree with all the rest of the judges. I think we're all incohesive with this particular poem, but it was great. It just, I needed more. So Miss Exclusive, for your total scores from all 4 judges was a 76. We're going to go on to Finn the Human. Mr. Eric, what did you rate Finn the Human?
All right, so for this first poem, Finn, I gave a 5 for originality. I gave a 5 for wittiness, 4 for relatability, a 5 for lyrical ability, and then a 4 for performance, for a total score of 23.
Any comments?
Yeah, I think
I know it.
I watched it too much. I changed my score on his a few times, and but it was the lyrical ability in this first poem was really solid. It was really solid. Now, where I kind of dipped on the performance, I got kind of lost with some of the images that he was showing in the video with the dog that was not relatable to the poem itself. And I tried to figure out how it fit, but it didn't. It didn't. But I saw that he was trying to, give us some different images outside of it just being him. But what I did love about some of the images he shared, we actually saw him writing his poetry, and for him, I imagine that he just kind of puts that together in his head. So to kind of see him in like deep thought, really thinking about what he was going to say, it was pretty cool. So it was a pull and push for me on that one, which is one of the reasons why I went ahead and landed him on the 4 for performance and relatability, because of the images that were shown and how it was put together. I felt like it could have been just a little bit better. But other than that, man, that poem was solid as a rock.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Miss Tiffany, while Miss Nikki's coming back in, what's your thoughts or your scores?
I remember the mute button this time.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so originality, I gave a 5. Wittiness, I gave a 5. Relatability, I gave a 4. Lyrical ability, I gave a 5. And a performance, I gave a 4. With a total score of 23. Then the originality, I gave a 5, man, because I felt like in this video, I finally got to see the real, like, you and how your process works. And when you're sitting there and creating your poetry, I really love to get that back scene of the artist. And you really put your heart and soul in this. I really felt it. I am so proud of you, Finn.
Yes. So, stay on mute. Nikki.
All right, it's my turn.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It sounds real laggy on my side.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Okay, so for Finn, for the first round, for originality, I gave him a 5. For wittiness, a 5. Relatability, a 5. Lyrical ability, a 5. And performance, a 5. So I noted, I really love the mirror transition between, you and your dog, and you writing on a notepad, like kind of like showing the raw time it takes to when you're writing and you're in your creative zone. Like I felt that. I did. And then also, I also notated a line from your poem that I thought was just really dope. It's when you said their first birthdays come with cribs completely furnished, our sweet 16 still fighting for a spot at the foot of the bed with our feet to the furnace. We didn't suffer defeat. The odds were against us, but we became 300, the Persians. Listen, I listened to your poem now.
Yeah.
Okay. I listened to it. Okay. Very relatable. Lyrical ability, A1, 1000. It met expectations for me. Total score 25. Perfect.
Thank you, Nikki Royale. All right, Mr. Fed. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Ain't no need to go through it. I gave you 5s all the way across the board. Total score 25. I'm going backdoor Miss Nikki Royale because, like Mr. Eric says, and we're gonna talk about this in the end because I don't want to jump the gun. But he always says something in the end, and he always comes back and say he tried to do something on purpose. So this man did something on purpose throughout these rounds, and I don't think that anybody noticed this. But I'm going to have to give him what is due. The lyrical ability was there for Finn to step out of his comfort zone, to be in the mirror, to give us the dogs. From the first video where he said it took him hours to come to this, I think he excelled from what we know. So I had to give him that across the board with the 25s. And I feel like, he took this round. Like Nikki said, it was a lot of hard hitters in there. He really sat down with this, and I think he gave it some true thought. And he didn't just 5-minute this like he normally tells us he does. I don't think he did this round. So he can tell for me, for all 4 judges across the board, your total score, my boy, was a 96. You're our first round winner.
That's
Congratulations to him.
Shout out to the human.
All right.
Now I will say I didn't want to jump the gun, but I know what he did.
Okay,
very well
Reverend.
aware.
I just want to know, Reverend Deacon.
Can I say it?
No,
you can't say it.
No, not yet. Hold your mute. Hold your mute. Okay,
I don't want to jump the gun.
So let's go on with these second round picks, these second round scores, because they did phenomenal on the first round. Let's start out with our person that submitted in first was the Don. Mr. Eric, what were your scores?
So for the Don, I gave her 5s across the board for a total score of 25.
Shout out, Miss Don.
And the reason why is because from lyrical ability to performance to the wittiness to everything, the originality, everything was well put together with the video, the music, everything fit and it flowed, and it gave me what I was looking for when I said what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And she put her own spin on it, and I couldn't. I watched it multiple times, and I was trying to find something wrong, and I couldn't. And you know, people can be nitpicky if you want to be, but it was a good performance, and I felt like she deserved all fives from me. So that's why I gave her the
Most
score I
definitely.
gave her.
Thank you. Miss Tiffany.
Yeah, no explanation needed. I gave her all fives too, baby.
Get it. Good
Dawn,
job.
I have seen, and I hope she hears this, but I have seen you blossom. You was really a caterpillar, and you then turned into a whole butterfly with this performance. And like I said, I love your originality, your creativity, and how you piece everything together. You are one of the artists who actually took everything you heard from the videos that we did and you pieced it together. And I really, really like that.
Thank you. Miss Nikki Royale.
All right, so for Dawn, for her second round for originality, I gave her a 5, wittiness a 3, relatability a 4, lyrical ability a 3, and performance a 3. So I also listened to this one multiple times, and this was one of the ones that I was kind of like expecting a little bit more for the What Happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I gave a 3 for performance because she wasn't actually. I know she had the casino scene in the back, but performance was performance, and we didn't really get that. But you know, overall, I did enjoy the poem. I did appreciate the artistry and the time she took to put into it. But those are my scores for it.
Thank you.
So she had a total of 18. Sorry, guys.
No, thank you. Okay, thank you. So for me, I'm gonna cut to the chase as usual. Miss Stein, straight across the board, I gave you all fives for 25. With to me, I think this was her Vegas round. Even though I physically did not see her, I think she still did put in the effort on performance to even make a video, to put the screenshots, to throw all that she threw in there to entertain. Even though I didn't get very much visual, I could follow her. What stays in Vegas stays in Vegas. I mean, goes on in Vegas, and I think she hit the mark for that. Great for me. So I had to reflect that with the 25, and also backdooring off of Miss Tiffany. Yes, we have watched this, and she is excellent. I can't wait to see where she goes once, you know, more life and more living, and how awesome she's going to be, because with this challenge, she has tremendously gotten better. So shout out to you, Miss Dawn, and keep it up. So for Miss Dawn, all 4 scores, total judges, you hit a 93.
Let's go.
Good job. Next in line is Miss Exclusive. Mr. Eric?
All right, so for Miss Exclusive, I gave a 5 for originality, a 4 for wittiness, a 5 for relatability, a 4 for lyrical ability, and a 5 for performance. Let me tell you something. You know how hard it is to perform live in front of folk, and I was hard pressed to really give her her just due, but I had to I had to get her for her lyrical ability. I felt like parts of the poem could have been a little bit more championshipy, if I can say. That was a good poem for a live event. I felt like everybody there enjoyed it. But we're talking about for the competition. I felt like for her lyrical ability, it was a little basic in some of the bars for me, and going from some of the rhymes, going from one bar to the next. It was a little basic. I felt like she could have gave us a little bit more, because I've seen what she can do. So I was really hard pressed because I really wanted to give her like a 30 for her performance, but we can't give more than a 5. So for me, Exclusive, hey, you killed it live. I just want you to know that, but I did give you a 23.
Okay, let's go.
Miss Tiffany.
All right, so
Why you chuckle every time you get these scores? You chuckle every time we finna get these scores. What's going on?
because I'm excited.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
All right, so
Let's
Exclusive
go.
for originality, I gave a 5. Wittiness, I gave a 4. Relatability, I gave a 5. Lyrical ability, I gave a 4. performance, I gave a 4 with a total score of 24.
All
right.
Let's go.
You want to elaborate?
I felt like I can't put my finger on it, but it was mostly in the performance where I felt like something was missing. Like, yes, it is hard to get up in front of an audience, but I feel like this last round, I really wanted you to turn up the thermostat. And I feel like we were missing that just a tad bit. So that's why it was a score of 24 for me.
Thank you, ma'am. Miss Nikki Royale?
All right. For exclusive for round 2, for originality, I gave her a 5. Wittiness, a 4. Relatability, a 5. Lyrical ability, a 4. And performance, a 5. I really enjoyed it. I will also backdoor off what Ms. Tiffany said. I did feel like, just from the previous rounds and the previous bars that you've hit, I kind of was expecting a few, a little bit more, especially being live, in the whole element. But overall, I enjoyed it. Performance was great. I heard the crowd at the end when you finished. Kudos to you for getting up and even having the courage to do it in front of people. Definitely. So, she had a total score for me of a 23. So,
Let's go.
Okay, Mrs. Exclusive. For me, I gave the originality was a 5, your wittiness was a 4, your ability was a 5, your lyrical was a 4, and your performance was a 5. I enjoyed every bit of it. 4, I think it was too long. Should have been out after the yell, after the little yell part. Again, you did great. The performance was great. I see you for doing 5, like everyone said. It was missing something, especially as part of all the other poems that we've had. I expected for this to just, like I said, knock my head off, and it just missing a little bit from me. So my total score was a 23. I can only take 2 points away from you, so that's all I could with that. But Miss Exclusive, your total score from all 4 judges was a 93 as well. Congratulations, my ma'am.
Let's go.
So let's go to Mr. Finn the Human. Mr. Eric?
So for Finn the Human, I gave 5 across the board for a total score of 25.
You want to elaborate? Or you going to hold
I
that?
do.
You got to hold it. You got to hold some of that.
Oh yeah, I'll hold it. That man in that poem for Las Vegas, he murdered it. Was nothing left. As a matter of fact, there was nothing left alive. They had to stay in Vegas because there was nothing left alive. It was dead.
right on.
He did.
Hey, what really got me was the Purple Rain situation. Oh,
Listen.
I didn't think y'all caught that.
Y'all, I'm about to tell you.
think I called it?
Look, she can't even hold it. She can't hold it, y'all.
Read my scores.
She like
Don't
me
play.
next. No,
I caught
think,
everything.
yeah, we all caught it all. We all caught it all. So everybody's so excited. So excited. Man, Mr. Eric, we started to cut you off. Miss Tiffany, go ahead.
I don't want to be the one to tell it. 25 for me all across the board. I can't tell you why I can't tell you now because I normally can't hold water, but I'm gonna hold it today.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. You ain't gotta hold it too much longer. Miss Nikki Royale, what's your scores?
All right, so I'm 5 across the board for me as well. Listen, like he said, Prince hit big. I swear it started raining purple. Listen to me. Yeah.
That's it. Not much.
You know what you did. Congratulations, sir.
That's it.
I mean, so
wait, I'm not done.
Okay,
Can we finish?
Look,
I'm big too.
Stars today.
I mean, he just needs to sit over her and do what he do.
Okay.
Just be technical. Okay. So for me, I'm gonna cut to the chase, my boy. All 5.
Wait.
So you
Wait.
the second round hit in perfect 100 from all 4 judges. You are the number 2 champion for the second round. Shout out to my boy Finn. I'm excited. I can't even go off of it because look, when we post this poem, if y'all get a chance to go look at it, my boy murdered it. He killed it. And he kept killing it. I'm ready to go to round 3. Are y'all ready? Let's go, Mr. Eric.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. What's your scores for Miss Dawn?
All right, so for Miss Dawn, for originality, I gave her 4. For wittiness, I gave her 4. For relatability, I gave her 4. For lyrical ability, I gave her 3. And for performance, I gave her 4 for a total score of 19. This was the last poem in the last round, and no shade to the poem. I thought it was a beautiful poem, but it was not a championship poem. It was not a last round. I'm going all in. I hope this gives me the win poem. And I really, and I love the idea of the poem. I just felt like this probably wouldn't have won some of the other rounds if it was submitted. And I thought that this was just a poem that you would probably just keep in your repertoire, but not something that you would deliver for the championship round. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Eric. Miss Tiffany.
Dawn, originality, I gave you a 4. Wittiness, I gave you a 5. Relatability, I gave you a 5. Lyrical ability, I gave you a 5. And performance, I gave you a 5 with a total score of 24.
Good score.
Miss Nikki Rab.
Miss Nikki.
Did you want to elaborate?
I'm trying to hold this.
Okay.
So yeah,
Miss Dawn. 5s across the board for me for this performance. As I notated, this was my favorite round out of all 3 that she did. I love the Love Jones feel. The music behind it was perfect, spot on. I felt like I was at a spoken word event. I felt like I was in a room with her. I feel like she brought me into her performance. I could feel the feelings that she was having when she was doing the words. She had the great, like she was entranced, and she brought you in the trance with her. That's why I scored her a perfect score.
Thank you. Miss Tiffany. Oh no, you went. It's my go.
Yeah,
okay.
I went.
Okay. Look, I know. So for me, Miss Dawn, I scored your originality was a 5. Your wittiness was a 3. Your relatability was a 3. Your lyrical ability was a 4, and your performance was a 4. I gave you a total score of a 19. I'm going to have to piggyback off of Eric. I just wasn't a championship poem for me. Had it been submitted on some previous rounds, it would have excelled. But for this last final hurrah, it just didn't hit the mark for me. I did give it a 19 because I respect everything else about it and everything you did. It was a great poem. It just did not, it didn't give me that what I needed to feel. So for all 4 judges, your total score for round 3, the Dawn, was 87.
Let's go.
Good job. So our next in line is Miss Exclusive, Mr. Eric.
All right, so for Miss Exclusive, for originality, I gave a 5. For wittiness, I gave a 4. For relatability, I gave a 5. For lyrical ability, I gave a 4. And then for performance, I gave a 4. And I kind of went back and forth on that last one because it's live, and you only get one chance to do it live. But I don't know, maybe it was just me. I just felt like she was reading some of it, like it was on the podium, like she didn't remember it all. Or maybe it was just me. I watched it several times, and she turned her eyes towards the podium, so I don't know if the poem was there. But there was a bit of a delay at sometimes when she was navigating through that performance. So it just didn't flow all the way through for me, and that's the reason why I gave her the score I gave her.
Thank you, sir. Miss Tiffany. Sorry.
Originality, I gave a 5. Wittiness, I gave a 4. Relatability, I gave a 4. Lyric ability, I gave a 4. And performance, I gave a 4, with a total score of 21. And I actually did catch, that you were looking at your poem, and with a live performance, especially something as hype as that, it has to be memorized. So I think we could have took just a little bit more time with that, which is why I gave the score of 21. Overall, it was, like I said, it was good. The originality was good. Witness, you actually made me, smile a little bit. I felt that. But like I said, exclusive, we have to step all the way on the gas. Like, I don't care if the pedal breaks, step on it. We'll fix it later. We got insurance.
Look, that way.
Thank you. For Miss Exclusive, for me, I gave your originality a 5. Your wittiness was a 3. Your relatability was a 3. Your lyrical ability was a 4, and your performance was a 4 for me. Total score was a 19. I'm gonna piggyback with all 3 of the rest of my judges. I agree with all of them. That's why my score. You didn't go? Oh shit. Oh, sure. Y'all, I'm so sorry. My leg is killing me, so my brain is not functioning. So I do apologize. Okay. But before I say mine, I piggyback with the other 2 judges. The third one, I'm not sure what she's gonna say, so I do apologize. But for the last 2, I do agree. It was missing a little bit for me. Again, I was just expecting you to just knock their heads off, get on that gas, and not lift off. And I just didn't get that. But for overall, it was a great poem. Shout out to you for just getting up there performing live. 2 of your performances was live. So I shout out to you for stepping out of your comfort zone and doing those live performances, because you've been doing way more of them. So congratulations to you. Miss Nikki Royale.
Hold on for you speak. She said she did not read it at all. It was all memory, no paper, no chaser.
So
it was all memory.
So what was she looking at?
Maybe she was gathering her thoughts, but it was no paper involved. We're not gonna do that.
We are gonna have a live We As Wednesday, Friday, so they can talk about all their opinions.
They will be here.
Yes.
And I'd like to look at something for me.
Okay.
But on that note, mad respect to Mrs. Exclusive for submitting 2.
Wait a minute. She said she was sending us the entire video so we can see that.
She said she walked up there.
Mad respect.
Hold on, this gonna make it better. Come on, Miss Nikki.
Bring us home.
Come on, Miss Nikki.
All righty. Come on, home run.
Come on, bring us home.
For me.
Okay. Talk to her
25.
Nice.
Everything was bomb. It was at that standard that she always brings, plus because it was live. I did notate a line that I really enjoyed out of her poem when she said, no matter what certificate, doctorate, or PhD, it'll never be able to figure out the levels to this degree. Listen, I listened to this poem about 4 times, and she deserved all 5 as far as I'm concerned. So congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. So the judges have spoke, Miss Exclusive. All 4 scores are in, and your total score was an 86. Congratulations. So we got our final poet of the night, Mr. Finn the Human, Mr. Eric.
All right, so for Finn the Human, I gave 5s across the board for a total score of 25. And I get to go first of all the judges.
I know, Lord, Reverend Deacon, finna take all our good glory. We all want to say it.
You know what? I'm not gonna take. Nice. I'm not gonna take all the glory. I'm gonna leave some for y'all. So I'm just gonna summarize it. That man. So we did a live the day before submissions, and we concluded this idea, this concoction of something that could be done, but maybe only one of them could actually pull it off with the time that was left. It was less than 24 hours remaining, and this man wrote 3 poems in conjunction with each other, and the third one brought everything home and connected it all together.
Come on, freaks!
It was a
Did.
beautiful,
He did.
masterful art of a series of poems that really, if you really dig into it, it crosses over in more than one direction. It's they all go back and forth. So he really did a masterful job, and he put forth his best foot. So that's the reason why I gave him the score that I gave him. I'm not gonna steal all the thunder. I'm gonna leave some for y'all.
Thank you very much.
Man, let me tell you,
Okay, there we go.
Finn. Oh, sorry, Finn. Lyrically, man, you have come a long way. I remember from the very first round, I asked you the $1 million question. Do you think that you can stand 10 toes down and say this is your best work? Like, I really need you to push it. And I think it's safe to say you push this poem into complete oblivion. And you touch the universe with this one. And the fact that you was able to piece them all together, and this third and final round was that climax. Oh my goodness, was that a good one? Was that a hard one? So for originality, I gave you a 5, man. Wittiness, I gave you a 5. Relatability, I gave you a 5. Lyrical ability, I gave you a 5. Performance, I gave you a 4 with a total score of 24. Finn, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, man. Definitely my favorite. I watched yours the absolute most, and told my brother, "Hey man, come in, you got to hear this."
Look.
All right, Miss Nikki Royale.
All right. So I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I ain't gonna hold you. I gave all 5s across the motherfucking board. You feel me? Wow. He came to eat. He was hungry. He was Ezekiel Elliott them on the field. Okay, he was eating them up. Listen. So, as I said with all the previous rounds, I listened to your artistry. It was awesome. It was very spectacular. I even put my favorite line. It's my thing. Yeah, I get that now. So, they had to turn their poems in on Friday, right? Friday was their deadline. Mm-hmm. Okay, Friday was the 24th. Hey, Finn had on a pie shirt. I don't know if y'all caught that or not, but I did. 324 is pie. You understand? All right. One of my favorite lines, because this is what he did this whole entire last round 3. He said, "I've been gas lit and lit fuses to burn bridges." Listen, he blowing shit up. All 5. Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Look, talk to him nice.
So, Finn, for me, cut to the chase. All 5s across the board, my boy, because it was good. It was lyrical ability. Like Eric said, me, him, and my husband, we were on live and we were talking because I actually didn't even know how it was going to go. And I mentioned the comment, hey, if somebody ties all 3 of these poems together somehow cohesively and bring this shit home, they going to win this. And nobody even thought about it. I think that was like a revelation for us and was like, dang, if they do it, it's going to be amazing. And no shots to nobody, but I knew if anybody was it was going to be that smart ass kid. I call him a badass kid because he got a rebuttal for everything. And so I just knew our damn rebellious kid was going to do it. And he did it. Even like the last poem, when I heard the first poem, I was like, what the hell is this shit? It don't even make sense. Then as I heard all the poems go on, I said, I be damn, my boy did it. Now it all makes sense and it's coming back to each other. And I was flabbergasted. I even had to, I'm on crutches, man. I even had to be like, hey, baby, you heard this? Did he just do what I think he did? Look, I had to get confirmation that this man just did what the hell I thought he did. And you did it. So for that, my boy, you got a 25 from me. I am so sad because you would have hit it home with a perfect score yet again for the third round. But for all four total scores from all the judges, you got a 99 for this round, my boy. You won it again for a third round pick. With that being said, guys, our winner for Poetry Life is Finn the Human.
Boom. Are you not entertained?
His birthday, goddamn me. Happy birthday, Finn.
Hold up. It is his birthday today.
It is.
It
So
is
happy
his
birthday
birthday
on
today.
his birthday.
Happy birthday,
Sure
brother.
is.
Yes.
Oh, why nobody told me?
Congratulations, bro.
So he takes all this home on his big B day. He's ready to champ 1 and 2 round series of Poetry Life, my boy. Let's take it home to the man that created this. What did you think about it? What you think?
Y'all,
That was pure genius.
Yeah.
this
Listen,
final round,
I-
oh my God.
When he said, I only need a day. Do y'all know who he said, y'all don't know who I am. I am Finn the Human. I only need 24 hours. And he delivered all 3 rounds.
Did.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
High level. When I tell you high level, this was at a high level. When you're supposed to bring it,
He did.
this is what I'm talking about.
He did.
When you bring it hard.
You do.
Look,
He did.
shout out to Finn the Human. Happy birthday to you. Hey, Friday, we're going to have you on. We're going to talk about this. Why did you do him like that? Don't talk to the right like that.
I got one question. TK,
She
you
finna be
scared?
messy as hell.
Huh?
I knew it.
Am
I
I
knew it.
scared?
I knew it
Look,
like
look,
shit.
look,
She
first
gritted
of
too
all,
much. She
They
couldn't
gonna
wait to
go
be
in.
messy.
I know what she about to say too. Lord have mercy.
Listen to me.
I ain't got them online.
Look, listen to
I
me.
need some.
Hold on, girl. Let me grab her.
Look, go turn it up for me too. I knew she was gonna be messy. She been waiting the whole goddamn live to
Look,
get in
she
shit.
been waiting,
She
but
have. She
I
have.
must say, there's still no competition.
so wonderful.
There's
Still
still
no
no
competition?
competition. I don't see no competition. Pause. Necessary.
I think my boy put up a little fight.
He
I
did.
think you
He
know
did.
he got some shit up his sleeve. I mean, I'm not
He
not,
did.
not knocking you. I'm definitely gonna be biased, but I think my boy did what he did because y'all, I mean, I'm gonna give him. He didn't come with his best foot in the beginning of this round, but if that was another thing, like Eric says, was he being strategic? Was this a part of his plan to come in here just seeing the competition, filling them out, and then go ahead and beat him over the head? I don't know
For
what
the
the
kill,
man's.
boy.
Yeah, see, I don't know if
Silent
if
hunting.
that's what his thing was, but he definitely played it very well. And congratulations again. I mean, you guys. I mean, what are y'all feelings on this?
I mean, Hunter
Hey.
distinction.
Listen, I gave him all 5s all round, so that's my favorite.
I gave him all
Look.
5 last round, man. And TK, this for to be epic.
Look,
TK versus
let me say this.
Finn.
Let me say this first. I have to give him his flowers. That's the first time in history that someone got 100 in a round.
He did perfect score.
Last year, he
Perfect
set a
score.
record last year for having a 97. He cleared that. Got a perfect score. The
Right.
damn near got a perfect score again.
Right.
He was 1
the
point
third
away
round.
from third round.
Phineas.
Y'all.
Hope you feeling good about this, my boy.
He
Look.
should be.
You
Great
did your
birthday
thing.
present.
Shout out to Finn the Human. I can't say it, but Finn the Human.
He did
Not
that.
a human being. You feel
Look,
me?
There you go.
what is his slogan? Hold on, Finn. If I get your slogan messed up, correct me. He said, "I ain't your hero, ain't your villain. It's just me, Finn the Human."
He definitely ate it. I mean, hey, shout out to Miss Dawn and Miss Exclusive,
Yeah,
because y'all really
most
put y'all
definitely.
foot into
Absolutely.
it.
Most
I'm
definitely.
just proud of you guys for staying in this, being dedicated, because you did not have to do it. You did not have to put your time into it. You could have easily dropped out. So with that being said, to me, you guys are rock stars and winners still. You guys are still a part of the Portrait Life family, so you're always going to be winners. And we are happy that no knock to everybody, but the final 3 people were a part of the Portrait Life team.
Let's go.
Hey,
Yes.
so that can't tell you nothing but the Portrait
Shout
Life
out.
team is amazing, and we got so much more good stuff coming out here. Reverend Deacon is a part of the clique. I can't wait for the Reverend, for the sermons to come out for him to bless us with something. This
Love.
Nikki Royale, man. So shout out to everybody that put their time in. Judges, participants that listen, support the people that shared and followed. This will not be the last thing that we're putting on.
Right.
We looking for this, for Miss Tiffany's messy self, her competition, the next big one that she created this big mess. Okay, Miss Tiffany, we waiting for this next big challenge. Finn the Human and Mr. TK the Poet. Man, y'all, he been writing.
Look.
So he ready to eat too, though.
Look.
I'm trying to tell you,
I've
this nigga been
I've
writing in his
the
sleep.
lab.
He been writing in his
Look.
sleep, in the shower. I'm about so sick of him.
Look.
But
Oh my goodness.
I got one of the ones that I wrote. It's one of the ones. It's gonna make you shiver a little bit.
yeah.
Look, when I tell you, I'm leaving it all out. I'm touching your mind, body, and soul with this one.
Okay.
But Finn, I'm like, but let me give a shout out to the Don. The Don. She fought.
Yeah.
Don, you fought. You fought. You left it all out. Hey, you did what you did. Exclusive. You fought. You did what you. Hey, and one thing I gotta say, you did 2 live performances
Yeah.
by memory. She said she walked up there with no paper in her hand. She said, "Hold up, I got the footage. Let me show you."
Yeah.
And but for you to go up there and perform your poems that you had just wrote, she had just wrote these, and she went up there and performed it on her, like, look, in her hometown, amongst her peers, These wasn't strangers she didn't know. These was people that didn't even know she did poetry in her family. So, you know, for you to go up there and not mess up, and you learn your material, and you gave a good performance, hey, shout out to you, because that is hard. I'm telling you, that is hard.
Hey, judges, Finn said thank y'all, and for the birthday wishes, he appreciates the platform, and he gonna kick TK ass.
Hey, talk to me nice.
Y'all
No,
really ready.
If he
First
does
of all,
win,
look, I
okay,
got some bars right here. Come on, I have some bars just for this moment. Just for this moment, I have bars for you, Finn. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
I say, yo.
Like he said on Harlem Nights. Oh,
Look.
Oh.
I say, yo.
I'm ready. Listen, yes.
But I'm gonna say that for the 3rd round. Y'all gotta catch that in the 3rd round. Finn, you know what it is. I ain't gonna give you no freebies. You haven't earned no freebies from me.
Hey,
we at it.
Y'all, this has been amazing. I truly enjoyed it. I can't get y'all no more because I have not took meds, but I am gonna gracefully. Well, I can't hop out because it's gonna be embarrassing.
But yeah, let me say, my wife, she did this. She tore her ACL
and MCL. Y'all gotta have a total knee replacement.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
yeah, she's in pain, but she did this live, and I'm proud of you, baby, because I know you in pain right now.
Yeah, I didn't take no meds for y'all. So you gotta know I love y'all. Okay.
Hey, we love you back. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Y'all, I can't tell y'all again, but I'm ready. Y'all just ready to go ahead and get this live together. Yeah. Come on, Nessie. You better be ready. Look like she's trying to mute me out. Don't mute me out now. Don't try to mute me. You heard
me. Look, I want to say this. I want to give a shout out to all the judges. I mean, y'all did this for absolutely free. You know, y'all spent your time, your energy, your effort. Tiffany, don't play with me.
Is that been free?
Wait a minute. I didn't get that in the contract.
There was no contract.
It was a verbal.
It's a verbal agreement.
It was free.
Look. All right, I got your coupon. You know, I got you.
I got
It's
some.
a good coupon.
It sure is.
It came in the mail today.
Sure did. It's all, I got about 4, 5 of them from Burger King. Get 2 when I went. Hey man, the Whoppers be kind of good at night. Stop playing. Chicken sandwich. Get hungry enough now. We play.
Look, I even got Jack in the Box, a late night snack.
There you go. Look. Tacos. No, guys, real live for you judges. We are gonna have to throw something together, do a little something, y'all. Let's do dinner or some things like that. But we really do have to get together, you judges, because we appreciate this. This was free for y'all time. It was not necessarily free because we got some great networking.
Right.
We met some wonderful people that we all can branch off of and know. So it was for free, but it wasn't for free. You gave your love and your heart and your good support, and we thank you. God gonna bless you, Tiffany.
Look,
highly favored.
Hey,
come on, Reverend Deacon, tell them. God gonna bless you.
I'm getting paid. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I'm telling them folks that, Reverend.
Look. That's supposed to keep that on the low.
Exactly. Tell them that.
Look.
You always gotta bless the pastor.
Facebook paying me, monetized since I done been messing with Poetry Life. So the money is coming in.
Yes,
bless
sir.
the Lord
sir.
on my soul and my pocket.
Hey, it is Wednesday Bible study.
It is. That's why I said you gotta give us a little something. Lead us on out of here.
I just did Bible study before I got on here. Yeah. So yeah, we're good to go.
Okay. So we will be back this Friday, to talk with the winner and also the other poets that was in this final round to give their thoughts, their opinions, their feelings about it. But again, shout out to all the poets that was in this tournament. You know, from round 1 to round now. You know, shout out to all of y'all. Yeah. You know, y'all worked hard. Y'all got great material. Look, one thing and two things, like I told y'all, when y'all leave this tournament, you're gonna have great material. So, you know, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to all the poets. But, you know, go ahead, you know, we finna get ready to end this live. Hey, y'all give y'all shots out. So people can follow you.
Yeah, for me, just follow me on Facebook, like all my videos, hit me with some stars, because that's how I get paid. Don't just like it, hit with the stars. Go ahead and come out the little 99 cents. It's all right. I got funny videos people actually enjoy. I post every week. So yeah, follow me on Facebook.
All right, Miss Nikki Royale.
You can find me on Facebook at Nikki White Hurt, Instagram Yellow Honey 1, HUNNI 1. And you know, I'm not a big social media girl, but I'm trying to get better. So, you know, you might see something, you might not. I might hit you with a little wisdom. Might need some, might touch you somewhere.
All right.
Most definitely.
Miss Tiffany.
Well, I typically don't do the social medias, so I will leave y'all with this. Thank y'all so much for being a part of this live with us. I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know. I might do the whole podcast thing eventually. Keep growing, keep loving, and y'all, please learn to forgive. That is the hardest thing to do in life.
Amen. So for me, you know, you can follow your girl on Facebook, Beautifully Nana, or you can go to the podcast page, which is Beautifully Us. Podcast will be premiering April the 5th with Miss Nikki Royale, Miss Exclusive, and The Don will be my first guest. Tune in at 7:30. Support. You can also follow me on TikTok at Beautifully Nana, or you can also follow me on Instagram as well. Everything is up on a Beautiful Nana or YouTube. Again, thank you guys for supporting. Please continue to support everybody that's on this live. We are all monetized. We all are trying to grow and get somewhere. So with that being said, be you always fully. And if they don't like it, if you.
We out.
All right.
Let's go.